to me and share with us and share with the audience in terms of your style of leadership. You mentioned previously that you've been given opportunities and you've had a fantastic board that supports you. How do they, and they've given you space, they've trusted your insights, you've come to them with certain thoughts and ideas, they believe in you, they've empowered you, they've given you that opportunity to make that difference. And you've had you've had different roles. What's worked for you in terms of again? There's a lot of questions that I'm throwing in here, and I'm throwing all out there. You can pick and choose whichever you want to answer. But what's So if say your board of governors is listening to yourself, what gets the best out of you at this moment in time? How do you get the best out of other people? And how have you adapted your thinking over the years? And then I'll pick up anything else that may be missed afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, I think that you've got to get to know your people. You've got to play to their strengths. And I know this kind of sounds management speak, but I strongly believe, and what I learned through doing the coaching qualification over years, was that you need to get their input and their feedback. People don't respond to you constantly telling them what to do. They've got to be part of the discussion and the journey. So very much when I went into OAL, it was about having those individual one-to-ones with everybody, finding out from them what worked well, what didn't work well, what they thought we should be focusing on. And a very much such a small team talked to them about it was us. Everybody says there's no I in team. There really isn't any I in running a successful organisation. To run a successful organisation, you've got to make sure that you're playing to people's strengths, that they understand what it is that they've got to do, what part they're playing, that what they're doing and contributing has got to be clear to them, to the overall goals and strategy of the organisation. And that sounds really highfalutin, but in a small organisation, we've got to know what it is we're trying to achieve this week, next week, this year. Set small goals and small challenges, but keep people engaged. Do things with people, not to people. That was my mantra, and I use it all the time with the team. And as we've grown and we've developed, I talk to the senior team, and those people who were with me at the beginning have become the senior team, and they've now brought staff in themselves, and those staff work for them, and I coach that team in having the same culture and working in a similar way to make sure that we still have the culture we had when we were a small team, and try and keep some aspects of that culture. Culture is very dear to my heart, having the right culture in the organisation and making sure that people feel involved, feel like their job is worth something, that they understand what they're getting out of bed for and what they're contributing every day to the success of that company, but also how they can share in the success of that company as well. So I'm very keen on that sharing success. But when it comes to working outwardly as well as internally, My big saying is, do not overpromise and underdeliver.
Canny Conversation Podcast Series 5 by Safaraz Ali.